Okay, in this video, everybody, I'm going to show you how to participate in a Twitter chat by participating in the EdTech chat for tonight. And I did want to let you know that this chat goes very, very quickly. And so don't feel intimidated. Just do what I do and make sure you watch the other video about how to set up a tweet deck. I will walk through that again, but it'll be easier if you've already watched the other videos as well. So if you'll notice, I'm on my TweetDeck, so it's just tweetdeck.twitter.com, and then it'll ask you to sign in with your Twitter account. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some columns for EdTech chat and then also the EdTech chat moderators, which is really important because that is where you will see the questions come from, and then you'll be able to tweet with the answers to those questions. So there are a couple of things that you want to do. So the very first thing is, if you come in and yours looks like this, all you got to do is click on this new tweet up at the very top, the little quill looking thing. And so it'll give you where you're going to tweet from. But what I want you to do is set up a column. So this little plus and add column gives you lots of options. The first one we're going to do is a search right here. And we're going to put in hashtag EdTechChat. Okay, all one word. Hashtags are all one word. And then just enter and then add a column. What that will do is it will actually add every tweet that is being done right now with the hashtag EdTechChat will show up in this column. And that is how you participate in a Twitter chat, is that you have these tweets coming through and everybody is tweeting about the same thing. And so that's really important. So you'll notice that all the tweets coming through will have EdTech chat somewhere in there, because if they don't, it won't show up in here. So whenever you tweet something, I'll tweet it right here and I will say, can't wait for EdTech chat tonight. Okay, and you see I did hashtag EdTech chat, all one word, and then I have a space on both sides. And you need to do that because if you put hashtag and then you put another hashtag like right here and then do like EdTech, it thinks that's one whole entire hashtag and you need to have spaces on both sides. Okay? And the other thing I want you to do for when you participate in Twitter chats for this class is I want you to actually hashtag EDU5213, which is our class hashtag. So actually, that will show up in another column. So I'm going to tweet that and you'll notice it shows up right here. And then I'm going to actually add another column, search again, by the hashtag EDU5213, which is our students hashtag. So I can have both of these columns open during the chat and I can see anytime, and you'll notice I had a section in June where people, we did chats online or Twitter chats, and so I have a lot of things that are hashtagged. I will also do some announcements and reminders and things like that on Twitter just to make sure that you know how to use this new platform for communication. And you'll notice this chat starts at 7 o'clock and it's just now 7 o'clock. So Alex Podchaski is one of the moderators, and he says, please introduce yourself and identify as ISTE 2015. And I can actually, as they come by, I can actually scroll up so they won't keep rolling. But it says, notify yourself as ISTE 15 or not at ISTE 15. What that is there is the International Society for Technology and Education. The conference is going on right now. Like there are people at ISTE right now. And so they have a hashtag going for the conference itself, and then also for people who are not at ISTE 15. They are, it's just kind of a group that people are following. And so you'll see that he says, introduce yourself. Before I do that, I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm going to add a column of lists, and I'll show you how to do this in just a minute. I actually have a list of EdTech Chat moderators, and this list is actually by Susan Bearden. And if you, and I'm going to add a column. I thought if you moused over this, you would find her. But what you can do is sometimes she will actually share her list with you, and I can share her list with you as well because I'm subscribed to that list. So what this does, I'm going to actually click on these little lines and the little circles, and I'm going to click right here, and it's going to move my column over because I want it right next to my EdTech Chat. So you can see that my moderators, all of the tweets that they do will come by here. So, so it says, so Alex, please introduce yourself. So I'm going to introduce myself and I'm say Jennifer from Bolivar Mo Higher Ed, and I hashtag that because a lot of people follow the hashtag Higher Ed from SUNIB. And then I'm going to put not at ISTE 15, and then I still have to do EdTech Chat, and I'm also going to do our school, our class hashtag. Okay, so all three of those hashtags. And there I showed up because here I put the EDU 5213, and I showed up here. Well, it doesn't look like I did. EdTech Chat. Oh, I'm all the way down here. There you go. So there I showed up right there. Now you'll notice that if you look at this, it says we will use Q1, Q2 format for questions and then answer A1, A2. And the reason they do that is because you don't want to just reply. Like if I mouse over this, I can star it for favorite. I can retweet something. That's what this is. If I want to retweet it or quote it, I can do that. Retweeting is saying like, yes, I agree with that. And quoting a tweet means you want to add something to it. Okay. So I'm going to just X out of that. And then also this little arrow right here, you can actually respond directly to him, and that puts his Twitter handle in there. I'm not going to do that. But the reason we use Q1, Q2, and A1, A2 is that you're just going to create a new tweet like over here. Let's see. Tonight we want to discuss your thoughts and ideas that you're gleaning from ISTE 2015. And then some people actually, Tom Murray, he used to be an EdTech Chat moderator. I just haven't taken him out of the list. He now works in the digital learning section in Washington, D.C. He got a big promotion. But anyway, he actually just tweets lots of things, and he'll put the hashtag on it just whenever. It doesn't have to be, the chat doesn't have to be happening. And so here he says Q1 coming up in 1 minute. So here it is. What brought you to or kept you from ISTE 2015 this year? And I'm going to reply A1 because he did Q1. I'm going to do A1. I actually got proposal accepted, but then had to take a doc class, very last one. Hate it that I'm, and then I'm going to do hashtag not at ISTE 15. And then I do EdTech Chat, so it will show up, and I'm also going to do EDU 5213. Okay, and you'll notice you only get 140 characters. You'll notice I only have one character left over. So if I get to the end of a tweet and I have like a negative here, it'll show you negative, then I will actually go back through here and I might make this TO a number 2, and I might, take out some words. And you can do that on there. Okay, so I showed up right there. I showed up right here in this. Okay, and there are not very many people participating. And you'll notice if I keep this up here, the tweets will just keep coming, and it'll start showing a little number of how many tweets really are there. Well, it was doing that just the other night. But the tweets will keep coming, okay? And so to get away from that, you want to scroll down and so just start reading some of these. And these might not be as important to you now on this topic because it's all about the ISTE conference, but during the next few weeks when we actually participate in these, we're going to do this one the first time, and then you're going to be able to choose another Twitter chat that you want to participate in. So let's see, I'm going to read a couple of these. So she says, I didn't go to ISTE because I'm taking summer graduate courses. I'm going to favorite that so she knows I read it, and I'm going to reply to her. And I'm going to say, Alex, me too. Hate it, but glad to be almost done with doctorate. Then I'm going to do a deck chat, edu 5213. Okay, and do you notice what just happened? Alex Vale, who is this person, I just favorited and I replied to her, and she just followed me. So what I can do is I can actually click on her and I can say, who are you? She's a grad student at Texas Christian University. She's a pre-service teacher in middle school language arts, and she only has 26 tweets. So I'm just going to tell you this right away, is that if someone does not contribute much to conversations, I usually don't follow them right away, but sometimes I do, and I'm interested in her because she is a pre-service middle school language arts teacher, which I almost always follow language arts people, so I'll go ahead and follow her, okay, and then she favorited mine, okay, so it's just a dialogue back and forth. Here's another one that followed me, and she has 8 tweets, but she does have some followers. I'm not sure if Tammy's in our class or not. I haven't got to know everybody yet. But you notice, and let's see. So you just read some of these. Allison, former English teacher, new digital learning coach from Indiana, going to check in and out as first to get the kids down, like to go to bed. Okay, so you'll see lots of that. I'm going to click on her and digital learning coach, which that's interesting to me. And so I might follow her. Okay, so you just go through and follow people and correspond and react to their posts. It says one more, keep on swimming. There's always next year without dog class. And I'll say, absolutely. I am definitely going to ISTE 2016. No doubt. And then I'll do EdTech Chat again. Remember to always do that. And I'll do EDU 5213. Okay. So you'll see, and these will just continue to go. Okay. These will just, people will contribute. Sometimes they will share resources. Sometimes they will just talk to each other. Okay. And like I said, this one is not a very necessarily informative chat because of the topic, but hopefully next week it'll be a different topic. And actually I am going to ask, I'm going to ask Susan Bearden, who's usually, here she is right here, she's usually here, and I might ask Alex too since he's moderating tonight. His is Alex, there he is right there. What will be the EdTech Chat topic next week? Trying to plan for my grad class to participate. And then I do EdTech Chat. Okay, and I don't have space to do another one. Oh, actually, I don't need to do this EdTech Chat because you notice right here, I put EdTech Chat topic, so I don't need to do the hashtag again at the end because it's already in there. So I'm going to do EDU 5213. And that's it. So that will show up in their stream. Okay. So And it's just keeping going. Some people are talking about they're currently in a class. They're not at ISTE due to money. They're not at because she's new to Twitter. So all these different things. So I'm going to quit my video now. I just wanted to give you a little taste about what a Twitter chat is like, how you would set up your columns, and things like that. So I hope that this helped at least a little bit.